Hi, and welcome to this vocabulary lesson because we are going to look at synonyms, collocations in context, and words that belong in the word family. I hope you'll stick around with me every single day, learn these 3,000 words with me. Deeply, deeply. So the meaning of the word deep is, if we just look at deep, deep is an adjective that means very far down. For example, this picture of the water, this is very deep, maybe, hundreds of feet down in the ocean. It's deep. This person, now how do they breathe? They breathe deeply. They took in a deep breath. That's the adjective. What kind of breath? A deep breath. How did they breathe? Deeply. So adverbs answer how. Adjectives answer what kind of. So if I'm asking how, I'm looking for an adverb. How did they breathe? They breathed deeply. What kind of ocean is this? It's a deep ocean. That's the adjective. And this person is bowing deeply to this very angry man. He's bowing deeply. He went down very far. Some synonyms for deeply are profoundly. We use deeply to express our feelings. I have deep feelings, or I think deeply about things. So we use deeply with more than just physical, like these examples where he's bowing deeply or breathing deeply, or this is a deep ocean. Entirely, absolutely, utterly, heavily, fully, totally. So we'll use deeply to talk about strong feelings. It's strongly or intensely. She was deeply saddened by the news of her friend's death, or they were deeply disappointed with the team's performance. I am deeply grateful for your support, or he felt deeply hurt by her comments. The community was deeply shocked by the accident. Okay, so notice in these examples, we've got deeply saddened, that's a negative. Deeply disappointed, that's also a negative. Deeply grateful. Grateful is a positive, but it's a serious kind of positive. Deeply hurt, a negative. Deeply shocked, deeply saddened. These are mostly negative. The only one that is kind of positive is grateful, but gratitude is also a serious emotion. So we put deeply with emotions that are serious, not emotions that are joyful. We also talk about deeply when we talk about thinking. It's a reflective kind of thought. It's serious, careful, or profound. She thought deeply about her future before making a decision. The documentary made me think deeply about climate change. He reflected deeply on the lessons he had learned. Students, we talk about deeply when we talk about belief or conviction, strongly held beliefs or firmly rooted beliefs. She is deeply committed to helping others. They are deeply devoted to their faith. Nobody's going to shake them. They are deeply devoted. He is deeply convinced that education changes lives. He has this very strong belief. Tradition is deeply rooted in local culture. The company remains deeply committed to sustainability. So we have deeply committed, devoted, convinced, or rooted. Rooted means like a tree has roots that go down into the earth. It goes down very deeply. Deeply with relationships and personal connections. It shows great affection, care, or attachment. Still, it's very serious. Even if it's positive, it's serious. She deeply loves her family. They are deeply connected through shared experiences. He was deeply attached to his childhood home. The two friends deeply respected each other. The teacher was deeply admired by her students. Deeply is always very serious. It can be both positive and negative. Deeply loved, deeply connected to, deeply attached, deeply respected, deeply admired. And it can talk about the physical depth, means far below the surface. For example, the ship sank deeply into the ocean. The roots grow deeply into the soil. This is now the literal depth of the soil or the earth. The knife was deeply embedded in the wood. The treasure was buried deeply underground. The post was driven deeply into the ground. So we have deeply embedded, deeply buried, deeply rooted. The opposite of deeply would be shallowly. The noun is depth. The verb is deepen. If you want to deepen your resolve, you are going to reach and ground that idea or that decision so that you're not going to change your mind. You deepen your resolve. The adjective is deep and the adverb is deeply. Deeply. I really hope that you enjoyed this word. Research shows that if you know 3,000 words, then you can pretty much say anything you need to say. I hope I'll see you tomorrow, and please like and subscribe.